name is Catherine Gonzalez, and my professor's name is Dr. Sam Lester. I'm going to talk to you a little bit about the IEP meetings and the process and all the information that is needed to build an IEP for a student. One of the main things that is very important to an IEP is parent and student involvement. One of the things is that the IEP does focus on the student's strengths, preferences, interests, and the needs of the student so they are successful in their education career. A student may be involved in their own IEP meeting. One of the ways that a student can help during an IEP meeting is sitting down and talking to the teacher and talking to them about where they feel they need help in or what they think they can do better to help be successful in school. Parent involvement is where a parent can come in, talk to the teachers, and let them know what concerns that they have about their student. One of the things is with parent involvement, they can come in and they can volunteer in the class, they can do volunteer in the school. It can be very successful when there's guidelines set for the students to be successful in the class. Another component that we should talk about is referral process. One of the things that happens during referral is that if a parent or a student sees that a child or student is having problems in school, they should talk to the IEP team or the RTI team. What happens with the RTI, they give them, there's certain levels to the IEP process. First is the student and school where they're in the general education and they're getting help and they're getting assistance from the general ed teachers. Second is the RTI, which means they're getting a little bit more assistance from the teacher or from other staff members to help assist with their homework. The referral process does take a while to get done. The student can have, when referred, can have problems in academic, social and emotional behavior, or a physical disability. One of the things that does happen is with the referral process, the parent is to be called and talked to before a student is tested. The student, the parent does have to sign paperwork stating that they are okay with the student being tested. Now, another thing that I would like to talk to you about is the evaluation process. With the evaluation process, the IEP team does look at various testing that they can do on the student to help them succeed in school. They will test the student. The student will be referred first. The teachers will test the student. It's the psychologist, speech therapist, the special ed teacher, and everyone that's involved on the IEP team to meet the student's needs are the ones who will be testing that student. It does take approximately 60 days. And it'll take 30 days for the parents to get information on what is occurring at that time. Now, there is another thing that we have is eligibility determination. The IEP is determined that the student has a disability in which the student does not succeed in the first tier or the second tier to receive special education. That means that they get the referral. The student disability affects their educational performance. The student requires a specially designed instruction with or without accommodations to succeed in school. The IEP components that one needs to look at is the components of an IEP is established with annual goals for a child and is determined what services your student is to get while meeting their goals. The IEP is developed by the school team members and by the parents. The IEP will contain and present level of academic level, testing for their academic level of the child and their functional performance. It will also have the annual goal and the goals including academic at the present time. Special education, related services, and supplementary aids are also on the IEP. There will be a program modification for the school personnel, which the school personnel needs to follow. And this will allow the student to advance appropriately to attain their goals and progress in the general education curriculum. It will also contain individual accommodations. A projected date for the services and modifications will be on the paperwork, which will include where they will get the help and for how long, which means that if the student needs to be pulled out of the classroom, they will be pulled out of the classroom to get assistance. That is the information I have on IEPs. I want to thank you, and you have a great afternoon.